are you Please,
it's not
where you did
I know now. I know, definitely. I've been seeing his vibes on our I know.
Madam, you don't say.
Maybe today. Yeah, stay back. Oh, you don't think.
Farmers, Baba.
You know, that is the thing now. Such a way we say don't use that dropper. Yeah.
Those follow farmers, Abi. Follow farmers.
Those marketing that time. Somebody will come go use us. Somebody will come go use us again for this kind of time. No. Don't be now. You don't think.
No, guys. Somebody told me that he said a job interview is most likely is a game of truth and a dare between two. One part is smiling, the other one is nodding, pretending. One seems to sell dreams, the other seems to sell hope. They said a job interview is a game of liars between two people, the employer and the
employer. You're very correct, sir.
Yeah.
If one will be talking, one will be smiling, one will be nodding his head. One will be saying, look at this fool. Look at
yeah.
I promise him benefit. He's saying he's happy, right? Okay, come in. Come. And the other job people will be saying, look at them. You better give me job. Like if you give me job, it's just for me to get the salary and do something else in my life. Guys, what exactly is wrong with employers of labor without paying the due salary or wages? I'm also aware that a laborer is worthy of his or her wages. What is going on, guys? Steve.
I think this podcast will be a very interesting one, and I'm sure the thing really tells more on a country like ours, Nigeria, because we are too full of deceit. Is this type of country that you see an employer that makes millions, and you see such employer paying stipends to those people who are making the money for him or her, and is a thing you get both on a small scale and large scale. Because take for instance, you have all these big organizations like Dangote and Co. If you see the way they pay those people who are blacks, I mean the Nigerian people who work with them, you marvel that how can such big name and such big man be paying each worker like this? Because I have some people who works with Dangote and some small businesses. They always hide under such pretext. They will be telling you they are not making profit, and you see them living large, doing things, unimaginable things with funds and profit. Like look at the situation in the country presently now. Dangote is still declaring trillions of profit under this situation. Certainly, you should know that those profits are coming from the effort, from the sweat of all these innocent black people. Because what he is paying black people is different from what he pays those expatriates. And the expatriates that Dangote usually use, the people from Lebanese, India, and Co. He doesn't go to people. He won't dare take people from employ people from maybe UK and Germany and Co. Those advanced words. He always prefer cheap labor. That's just their nature. But I believe if we keep mounting pressure on them, I believe we will certainly see a difference with time.
I kind of, distance my position from you, Steve, because
Okay?
expatriate is 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 a standard, is a global standard. Even in the US, there are companies that would take foreigners based on particular skill sets.
Sure,
And
sure,
those skill sets you can't find them locally. So, and what goes with that is you don't pay them based on the internal revenue uh, uh,
formula.
revenue formula. The global standard is when you employ somebody as an expatriate, that's why it's called an expatriate. You have to give him a global standard benefit. So if Dangote has Indians, Lebanese as expatriates, I'm sure we don't expect him to pay them in local currency, naira. Those people should be as well be paid in dollars because they're expatriates, Steve. Believe me.
Sure.
Those expatriates that left their family and friends back home and came to work. And it's just for
What
one
happened
purpose.
to the audio? The audio.
I can hear you. You can't hear me?
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you now.
So those are expatriates that came in that left their family and friends to come and work in a country. So without being biased or sentimental about it, people, they also have the right to be paid in dollars. They have the right to be paid in global currency. Which I
Sure.
feel that is not a
It's not a
taboo.
bad idea.
You know,
Yes.
the part of the expatriate, and it's not also not, it's not also not a life sentence on the part of the employer, So give or take, I kind of disagree with you on that, except inspiration. If I do you have what's your thought on this?
Yeah, I'll just take a leap from what Uncle Steve has said. The truth is that the Nigerian system, the job market, has been designed in such a way where you have to be involved in the rat race, whether you like it or not. Where the
Nigerian factor has happened to you, Fanny.
What happened again? I think it's the location, possibly the location where he is. Maybe you should try and readjust a bit.
Okay, within the four corners of his room, he should
Yes,
change position.
yes, you can possibly change direction a bit.
Okay, Uncle Steve, let's go back to you. Can you put more what my position?
Yes,
why they
I think
keep the
I did
poor poorer,
agree. I think I did
you
agree.
know.
I think Ifeanyi is coming up a bit.
So the employers, they see human beings, they see job seekers as opportunities to
Gosh.
make more money. Why?
Yes, we are back.
You are back
Can you
now.
hear me?
You are back. Yes,
Can you hear
Yes.
yes, Ifeanyi.
Can you hear me? I don't know. Why is the network misbehaving now when it got to my time? Because I'm about to find some serious show. Uncle Steve, are you outside the country?
Please take me along. Go.
Why is it my location? Why is my location
The thing is, I use two network. I use two network in browsing. I use Salat and MTN. If one is not, I will now reconnect on the other one. If one is misbehaving, it's still breaking a bit. But just go on.
Yeah.
Okay,
yes.
The audio is gone. Wait, we can't hear you. The audio is gone.
But I can hear you. I can hear you.
You know what? Can you change the position of where you have?
Maybe you are switching position. Try and readjust a bit. Yes, yes.
But you're kind of static.
Ah.
All right.
Yes, yes. Is breaking.
Let's take, for instance, the unpaid internship trap they use for a lot of.
Yeah, I would have loved to hear that. That internship, I've heard a lot of scam about the internship scheme. You know.
Program. Yes.
Can you hear me now?
You know what? Hear you. Can you hear me?
You certainly see the difference. The money they use, the money they use in the money they pay these expatriates to feed their pet is far better than what they pay an average human being here. That is even far better than those people. Most of those people that they call expatriates that are being brought from abroad, when you check their qualification, they are just like all these those people that went to technical schools. But when you now bring them here, you now turn them to mini god, and you start paying them huge amount that we even make any reasonable worker not to be even satisfied. There is no how you do it that such person will be satisfied with such a job.
Are you based your assertion based on when you say people coming from outside the country to work, they have like a technical school certification? Are you basing?
Exactly.
Are you trying to say that is your statement? Is it based on, or are you trying to say that technical certification is not commendable for being or acceptable for being an expatriate? Is that what you are saying? Because the little that I know, an expatriate is just the word says an expatriate is a core, is a core, somebody that is specialized in a
A
specific skill.
particular feed, yeah.
Understand? So I don't feel that it goes with the formal education like a BSc, masters, whatever. As long as you have a specified, specific skill, you are qualified as an expatriate. As a matter of fact, when a company, an organization decides to bring you in, they must have done their due diligence to see that, do I have anybody internally, in the country that can perform the same kind of skill set? It's also done in the US as well. So do you want to throw more light on that, or you still want to take to your position? Because it doesn't have to go with the formal education you are talking about, a master's, whatever. It could definitely be a technical certification, but knows exactly what to do. For example, somebody might be very skillful in machinery, operating a specific machine, you know, artificial intelligence. You might have an expert in artificial intelligence in robots. It doesn't necessarily mean that such expatriate must have a BSc or a master's in any other qualification, as long as he has a specified skill in that quest of an organization. What do you think?
Yes. You are very much right. What me I'm only trying to say is, if you are trying to place those people that are being employed locally here and the expatriates, if you now put them at par, you will discover most of the things that the special skill that you think those expatriates have are also things that our local people here has. And for you now putting or placing those expatriates above your local people here certainly is an issue. And most countries won't allow such. A sane society won't allow such. Take for instance Ghana. Ghana, that is just our neighbor here, also in West Africa. Such you won't obtain there. If you're an expatriate or a foreign organization or even a local organization and you want to set up in Ghana, there is a quota to which you are expected to bring of foreign expatriates, and they won't allow such any skill that you think you need. Everything must be placed on the table, and you check locally. You source locally first. Is when you are unable to get such a skill locally that you now think of bringing somebody from a foreign country in Ghana, but in Nigeria, you see that most of those skills, they are skills that our local people here, our indigenes have, that we can always use. And even if you decide not even paying them up to that amount you are paying expatriate, I think it's always very good you encourage your local people instead, because when you work in an environment where they always value foreign qualification or foreign people over you, and you are sure that you have skills that even surpass that is being possessed by a foreign person, there's no way you certainly want to give your best in such an organization. Because what I'm saying is I've seen cases, not once, not twice, that I've seen that I can even that I know, not about only Dangote. I know of so many local organizations that bring in experts. The expatriates, they will target expatriates, and they are paying them in foreign currencies. But I know of some Nigerians here that go to foreign countries, and the way they are being paid, they don't even. There is the job that will take them from here to abroad, but they are not. They are not being paid like their local indigenes that they have, like say US. Because I know of some people who left Nigeria and the job employed them from Nigeria, and they have been taken to say a place like America. What they are paying them in America is not equivalent to what they are paying an average American.
That's a very big one. I must put light to that allegation, because
yes, it's an allegation, and it's a thing I know, and I have proof for it.
So we're going to talk about that. Believe me, before we talk, because I'm here,
Yes.
and I what the labor laws are in this country, and believe me, there are no shortcuts, to all of this process in America. So you saying that, then I need to probably put I need you to put what's it called? So more
Exactly.
Go there.
Exactly.
Let's come back to the issue of Dangote and expatriates and all of that. We all know that education is the best form of traveling is the best form of education.
Sure.
In all of this that you have said, you said expatriate will come in here, and the local employee here knows the job better, or even have more skills than the expatriate. What about in all of this, where is the position of exposure? Because the expatriate that you're talking about must have been to 2 or 3 countries, to understand human relationship, understand global relationship, compared to a Nigerian that has not even traveled to Ghana or South Africa. Fine, he knows the job. But does he have that former exposure, that puts him at a very higher edge than the expatriate? That's my concern still.
Sure. You are You are on point. You are on point. But better still, they are. I think they are the what me I'm just after is the discrepancy. How do you defend a scenario where somebody, if you is agree that as an expatriate you value them on maybe possibly on dollar as an international currency, fine, it's good. But when you now check somebody who is employed locally here, and possibly the person might not have that vast experience of traveling here and there like that, like the other person. But I think if there is going to be a difference, that difference must, for me, I don't see it as something that should be a discouraging factor that will now kill the morale of the local person. At least it's better something that is cited in your own country. That's why I'm giving you a case of Ghana. Ghana that is here. They don't do such in Ghana. They don't do such. But me, I see, well, for me, the way I see it is this. I think the way some of these people, some of these business owners pay expatriates, I think they do such for a purpose. And the purpose is simple. I think they use that to launder money abroad. Because I think sometimes they do have that agreement, connivance, to move, because some of them do have businesses over there too, where those expatriates are coming from. They now use them as a siphoning pipe to move money. That is what commendation. Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hope you can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes. Most of those business owners.
That's a different perception. You know, you're coming in from a different perspective about this whole thing. So that as well as a means of what is it called?
Laundry. They use it. They use it to launder money, because some of these things are things that I've done my investigation on the ground and have discovered. These are just like avenue that people use, like this present government. Like I was saying, what they are doing, I think I said deserves commendation, is this. They will like the passport, international passport of travel documents of those expatriates. The previous government, they are not that concerned with the duration of their stay of those expatriates in our country. You can decide to stay as long as possible, as many years as possible. But this present government has made it mandatory. But their intention, I think, is I can basically categorize it into two folds. I think they're after the revenue generation aspect, number one, and possibly maybe they are looking at creating jobs for those unemployed local people too in the country. Now, what they do, the program is this: they will always give those expatriates 180 days. They give them 180 days expiration. No matter the country you are coming from, you may not require a visa to enter here. But when you enter, they now give you like that thing is like a sticker, because I saw it like a sticker. They will now attach it to your passport, and they have they have it on their system that will always notify you, will notify the business owner, the employer, will notify them any name that you are bringing, and those people will have to come for capturing too. They go for thumbprinting and co. They capture their fingerprint. The team will notify you, will notify them any expatriate that comes in. Some of these business owners pay expatriates. I think they do such for a purpose, and the purpose is simple. I think they use that to launder money abroad, because I think sometimes they do have that agreement, connivance, to move, because some of them do have businesses over there too, where those expatriates are coming from. They now use them as a siphoning pipe to move money. There is what commendation. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Hope you can hear me now.
Yes, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yes. Most of those business owners.
That's a different perception. You know, you're coming in from a different perspective about this whole thing. So
They are,
that as well as a means of what's it called?
laundry. They use it. They use it to launder money, because some of these things are things that I've done my investigation underground and have discovered. These are just like avenue that people use, like this present government. Like I was saying, what they are doing, I think I said deserves commendation, is this: they will like the passport, international passport of travel documents of those expatriates. The previous government, they are not that concerned with the duration of their stay of those expatriates in our country. You can decide to stay as long as possible, as many years as possible. But this present government has made it mandatory. But their intention, I think, is I can basically categorize it into two folds. I think they're after the revenue generation aspect, number one, and possibly maybe they are looking at creating jobs for those unemployed local people too in the country. Now, what they do, the program is this: they will always give those expatriates 180 days. They give them 180 days expiration. No matter the country you are coming from, you may not require a visa to enter here. But when you enter, they now give you like that thing is like a sticker, because I saw it like a sticker. They will now attach it to your passport, and they have they have it on their system that will always notify you, will notify the business owner, the employer, will notify them any name that you are bringing, and those people will have to come for capturing too. They go for thumbprinting and co. They capture their fingerprints. The team will notify you, will notify them. Any expatriate that comes in must, the maximum you can stay is 180 days, which is 6 months. When you now stay, if they discover your job, if the employer doesn't want to throw you off, those employers in that organization, those other employees in the organization can complain to the government about a particular job specification, that this social person, what he or she is doing in that organization is what they can also fit into. When they now notify the government will now pin it down. What they will now do, because after the expiration of that 180 days, what they will now do, because I read about the thing online, and those people that I have inside, those my insider that are giving me update too, because I do follow up. I follow up with them. What they will do, what they always do is, when the 180 days expires, if you don't have any allegation or observation concerning that your position as an expatriate, you still have the tendency of they renewing your stay in this country now. But if there's observation and co, after the expiration of that 180 days, you have to go back to your country, thereby making room for those local people to thrive too. And some too, what they always do, the employer usually have their way. There is a way they do it. But that thing, I know the thing is not something that will always last that long. They always want to use money to maneuver their way to settle some of these immigration officer, to help them just extend. But that extension is not possible this time, because they will want you to come again. It is physical extension that they give. They don't give extension in absentia. You must be present before they can extend for you. You know, if the government are serious with this kind of gesture, I believe so many things will be sorted with time, and we in the local environment will be able to, at least, will see a difference with time very soon.
Do you have an idea, like names of employers of labor, in the country that they are questionable?
Do you mean those expatriates?
No, some
or
of
the main employer exactly.
Involve the expatriate, because they are just individuals,
Exactly.
Do you have questionable employers that you feel that people should be aware of?
Sure. Certainly, like I mentioned before, Dangote, that's number one. And there is another pharmaceutical company too. They have their headquarters in Lagos. The name is Cinamide. Cinamide, yes. Cinamide.
What's it about?
Cinamide.
What's their problem?
They have most of that company is I think is partially owned by, I think it should be a Nigerian person, but they are saying those expatriates have stake in it, because that's why they always bring most of those expatriates in under that disguise that they are coming to work here. And what they usually do like that, because I told you I have insiders in some of these places that I get my information from. This one is not an essay. I do my findings.
Investigative journalist as well.
Exactly. That's what I'm into. I research into anything. Anything. Even if when I'm doing my thing, you will not see me, me, I will not even portray myself as anything. Because I know what I'm after. I know what I want to get.
Please
By the
tell
time
us,
I'm,
what exactly is this semantics people? What do they do?
Senamite, what they portray themselves to want to do in this country was about production, manufacturing of pharmaceutical items. But you now discover that the factory that they claim they have in Nigeria, most of what they do, they always bring in their products, finished products from India. They bring ready-made products. They ship ready-made products. And what I now saw them doing, they now use Nigerians to penetrate the market for them. Most of those who are the top at their office in Lagos, most of them are Indians, Lebanese, and co. What they now do, they now have a record of those distributors that have been gotten by our local people that works with them. They now have a database where you input the information of those distributors for them. They have access because it's a real-time online thing. When you input it, they are seeing it already. Any distribution any order that you have, maybe you have a customer in Enugu that needs their product. They have marketers that cover region. Under that region, under any marketer that covers the region, we also have boys. We also have other contract people. The only person that is in their payroll is that their regional marketing manager. The others, they are like contracts. Is what you bring that you get. If you're able to get so number of customers, and when you are getting it like that, you now refer them. You now enter. You input the details. You send the details to your regional manager. It's the regional manager that will now enter the details on the system that this will now have access to. That's how they are doing their business. They are just pushing some of these things. They are pushing it out. Yeah, they are pushing it gradual. After gathering customers and distributors outlet for them, do you know what this will now do later? They are now having direct conversation. And if you say you have an order for them, it's also like that that I mentioned. If you now send in the order, you with the full details and everything, they will be the one to go and supply. They have ready-made standby drivers that do that for them. That will now go do the supply. After the deal is done, you collect your commission based on agreement. The system they now adopt is only the regional manager that they are now maintaining, because they believe that one is like is real-time job. Is the person is a permanent job that they give the regional manager, because that one is able to defend himself with them. Because it's one-on-one interview. They now empower that regional manager to employ anybody you like in different states under your region that you use as marketer, and you are on target. If they tell you pay, you should make so sale. Or so.
In all of this that you have said,
Yes.
What is wrong with that process? Because I still can't figure out what is wrong with that. Because
it's because I want you to get the picture well, okay. So that I don't want to drop some steps.
So what is wrong with that?
What they now did finally is those region, those sales rep in the different states, they have disengaged them now. It's only the regional manager. They are now using the regional manager to now be covering those states. We know the regional manager is supposed to stay in a place and monitor activities from the sales rep based on reports that come to him. But now it's the regional manager that is now moving out, and they are now still giving him the regional manager now. What the regional manager is doing is this: he will act as a sales rep and still doing the work of a regional manager, because he will do the collation and he still
sales, marketing, regional manager, account.
exactly. He now has the workload on the regional manager, and not that they are increasing the pay, they are not increasing their salary.
Salary is still the same.
It's the same, and you are now including.
Okay, go ahead.
And you are now including other people's schedule. So, in addition to what the person agreed to do for you before, but because of paucity of jobs, those most of those people couldn't do away with the job, because they are now looking at, how will I now feed my family if I say I leave the job now?
Okay, you said you have a very profound details,
Yes.
Let me ask you, at the point of interview, do you think the employer of labor, what do you call this complaint again? Saying what?
Cinnamide.
Do you think that the Cinnamide has not discussed this process with the regional manager, that this is what you will double as sales, you will double as marketer, you will double as an accountant, but your offer letter will read regional manager? Do you think the Cinnamite has not discussed this process with their regional manager before getting them an offer?
The job description letter that was given to the regional, because that regional manager is a friend. I have it. It was the one that was even complaining to me that, look at what these people are doing now. They have to disengage those people, those sales rep, and it's the one that is covering all those sides. They now increase the target. That, aside from all these people that they have, because I believe some of these things, they are not things you think you want to do in a saner client. It won't go. That you now think you are smarter, because they don't have the details of those distributors that those sales reps have gotten for them earlier. They believe they can always be dealing with those people directly, and the regional manager now, they now expect him or her to now start getting additional distributor again. And it will still be covering.
Let me narrow this. Let me put it into
context.
When Cinnamite started, they employed sales representative.
Yes.
This sales representative got clients, got customers for them, and this sales representative were able to create a database of regional customers.
Exactly.
After they got those customers established, the company Cinnamite now fired all the sales representatives.
Exactly.
Asked the regional manager to take responsibility as a salesperson.